Alright, Shalom. Double honors to the apostles of GMS. Honors to you brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. I hope by now everybody would have seen the tactical nuke or proposed tactical nuke that's been let off out there in Ukraine, man. Alright, so I wanted to just touch on a few relevant scriptures concerning the times that we're in, and the more proof that we're entering, the last minutes, the last seconds of this wicked society. All right. So start off at Romans the 13th chapter and 11th verse. It says, knowing that now is high time to wake up out of sleep. So you got a lot of these Egyptologists and black unconsciousness and all of that movement going about, man. And the fact of the matter is, man, it's high time to wake up out of sleep out of that, man. It's out of that craziness, right? Because the Most High is right about to come, man. Right? He's giving you all the knowledge that you need to know. Right, it's contained within the scriptures. You ain't got to do no digging out of no bones or trying to break down some Egyptian hieroglyphs to get some deeper sense of knowledge or anything like that. All you got to do is open up them scriptures, man. Right, you get all that you need to know, man. All the meat that you need, man. Right, so it says that it's high time to wake up out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. All right. Jumping on to the next one. This is 2 Peter's 3 and 11. It says, I'll start from 10. It says, but the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. So, nobody could have predicted what was going to happen out there in Ukraine and that, man. Alright, but really, you could have predicted it, because you know in the scriptures that this man's going to come down having great wrath, man. So he's unpredictable in his great wrath, man. He's going to do all kind of wickedness. But the fact of the matter is, with the destruction of his kingdom comes the establishment of our kingdom. So whatever madness he does, man, bring it on, man. Right? But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. So you ain't gonna know when it's gonna come. Right? The only thing you can do is give diligence, right, to making your calling and election sure. Right? The only thing you could do is make sure that you ain't gonna be caught naked, man. You ain't gonna be caught with your shame up, man. That you put on the whole armor of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. All right. In the night in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. The earth also and the works therein shall be burnt up. All right. And it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye ought to be, right? Supposed to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening unto the coming day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved. So that's the mentality you're supposed to have, man. You're supposed to be looking for and hastening for this thing to come down, man. Right? Looking for a new heaven and new earth, which is the point I made a little bit earlier on about the Most High setting our kingdom up, wherein dwelleth righteousness, as it says there. All right. We'll jump on to the next precept. In fact, I could read the next bit. It says, wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blemish. All right. So you gotta be on point, man. You gotta be on deck at all times, because you don't know when it's gonna come. Now that's why the pretext, right? The precedence of this statement was, but the day of the Lord comes a thief in the night, man. You ain't gonna know when it's gonna be coming. Right, so this is the book of Mark 13 and 32. Alright, it says, but of the day, in fact, I'll go to 31. I'll go to 31. It says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. Alright, so the word of the Most High has been established, man. It ain't gonna go from right to left. It's gonna be straight on point. It says, but of that day and of that hour knoweth no man. So you ain't gonna know when the Lord's gonna bring this time to come. You ain't gonna be able to figure out. It says, not angels, right, which are in heaven, neither the Son, right, but the Father. So only the Most High knows the time, man. Right, that He's gonna send His Son to destroy this wicked kingdom. All right. It says, take heed, pray, and watch. Right, rather more, take heed, watch, and pray, for you not know when the time is. So you're supposed to be taking heed, right? Supposed to be watching the alternative media and all of that, man. Right? Breaking it all down for the spirit of Yahweh, Yahushua. Right? And praying right? Does not the scripture say, pray without ceasing, man? All right. Jumping on to the next precept again. This is Ezekiel the 30th chapter and the 3rd verse. And it says, for the day is near, even the day of the Lord is near, a cloudy day. Right? It shall be the time. It shall be the time of the heathen. It says, and the sword shall come upon Egypt. Right? And a great pain shall be in Ethiopia. Right? And the slain, and when the slain shall fall in Egypt, right, they shall take away her multitude, and her foundation shall be broken down. So, Egypt, we know, is a word synonymous with bondage. And he's talking about America, where the Negroes were put into captivity, and all of the nations were put into captivity, man. And the Lord's sword is going to be upon Egypt, being nukes from the Russians, man. But to get to that, these Egyptians, the modern day Egyptians, the Americans, they're gonna through their own pride, they're gonna bring forth their own destruction by doing stuff like, you know, letting off nukes out there in Ukraine and all of that, man. You know, the full story of it hasn't really been released or anything like that, but people are saying it was a tactical nuke, man. All right. Then we'll jump on to the last precept. This is the first, the book of 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter and the 2nd verse. And it says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord cometh as a thief in the night, man. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them. So you got a lot of dudes out here going about as if to say it's all peaceable and it's lovely out here. But like it says here, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction shall come upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape, man. So that's your future right there, man. Right, the Lord's gonna come as a thief in the night. So, you know, enjoy the last, you know, minutes of your kingdom, right, Esau, right? And for the elect out there that ain't, you know, really woken up to this truth, you know, it's high time to wake up out of this truth, to wake up out of sleep and wake up into this truth, man. All right. And for you brothers out there, you know, you already know the deal, man. The elders already set the standards. All we gotta do is follow through, man. All right. I'm gonna say double honors to the elders at GMS on the Shoe Brothers that be pushing this truth in sincerity. Shalom.